Hi, welcome to Jamie's Product Reviews. Yes, I'm back with another action figure review, and this is the Masters of the Universe Origins Clawful, Warrior with a Grip of Evil. Yeah, I've always been fascinated with Clawful, even though this version of Clawful and the one you saw in the Filmation one we all saw in the Filmation cartoon look quite different from each other, because the main difference is that the Filmation version did not have this oversized claw. Both claws were pretty small, but that's what this version of Clawful is known for, the humongous right claw. I've always liked this version of Clawful. I mean, with the oversized claw, and just the overall appearance of him. The way he just grabs onto things with that claw, and in the back here, the artwork here is very similar to what we saw in the vintage card back, with Clawful and Teela going at it with each other, and Clawful attacking a hapless Teela with his menacing claw. And there's Whiplash in the background. Does that mean, from what I hear, I think we're going to be getting a Whiplash in the Origins line soon. And here's the other figures in this wave, including Sunman. Yeah, I don't know much about Sunman. I know the figure I want out of this wave is definitely Anti-Eternia He-Man. I hope to get him sometime soon, because I've never had a version of him. Let's get him out of this. Let's get Clawful out of his package, and let's give this a nice little review. Here's old Lobster Face himself out of his packaging, and just like with the other figures, it comes with this instruction sheet that lets you know which parts are removable and which parts are not. I'll just put this aside, and it comes with this mini comic, and yes, from what I see here, it's very much centered around, this story is very much centered around Sunman, this Sunman character, which is the heroic leader of the rulers of the sun. And Clawful looks really strange in this mini comic. And yes, it's got Anti-Eternia He-Man. He's a prominent part of this story. I really like the colors in this figure. It's the red is really bright, it's vibrant, and it goes real well with his dark tan skin tone of his arms and legs, and the dark blue of his boots and his belt. And also, I've always liked his face, the facial expression of the vintage figure. You know, his head is like it doesn't stick out as much as the vintage version does. But here's his armor. His armor is made of plastic, and this isn't good. And it is removable, but it looks like it's trying to remove itself. So we just gotta fix. I just gotta fix that if I'm able to, because I don't want his armor coming off unless I want it to come off. But let's talk about the articulation. His lobster head is on a ball joint, moves up and down, left and right. His arms moves out like that, up and down. And he does turn at the base of his large claw. And his smaller left claw twists as well. He bends at the elbow, twists at the waist, legs move front and back, outwards, bend at the knee, turn at the boot cut, and pivot at the ankle. And the main thing about the articulation of this figure is, of course, the large claw. there's a little lever here. You just pull it back, and he can grab onto things or people. So yeah, beware, Tila. I'm gonna get me a hold of you. Yeah, you don't want this guy to get a hold of anything. Yeah, it doesn't quite have that satisfying and snapping sound like some of the other versions did. And of course, his weapon of choice is of course his green mace, and it's got this large armed handguard here because he put it on his, just like with Fisto and Jutsu, it's got to be put on his left hand, or should I say left claw. Now with the vintage version, you just simply stuck the handguard around his whole claw, but with this version, you can actually, I think you can actually stick it. You can actually squeeze the mace inside his left claw. I think it can just barely. I see if I can get him to hold it correctly. Well, it's kind of. I don't think he's got a firm grip of it, but anyway, there he is. So now he's got a choice of using his immensely large right claw or swinging his signature green mace with his left claw. So yeah, I'm really glad I got this. Earliest appearances in the Filmation cartoon were, he was, unlike some of the other evil henchmen of Skeletor's, he was always seen as a more serious threat to the heroic warriors, even He-Man. Like that one episode where he drags He-Man down into that pit, and they have their little battle, and of course He-Man gets the better of him and sends him flying back to Snake Mountain. But if there's any henchman who can actually put up a good fight against the heroic warriors, even He-Man, it's definitely Clawful. But anyway, that's my review, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.